Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As we can see with these teeny little buds, spring is finally approaching here in Vermont, and we are so excited to give you a couple updates on some things that we've been working on. Tonight we have tapped a couple of the maple trees on our land to get maple syrup. It's dripping already. We tried this last year, but the method that we used wasn't quite right. So we've pivoted our approach a little bit this year, and we've tapped 2 of the trees that we think are gonna be really good right in the front of our yard to hopefully get maple syrup. We have modified some 5-gallon buckets and attached them to the tree with some PVC pipe. So for the PVC pipe, we cut both ends at an angle and then cut a little slit to attach the rim of the bucket to, so it'll hold itself up on the tree, and then we pounded this into the tree. Instead of hanging the bucket by the handle, we've decided to make a hole in the side of it, so that's the way that it's attached to the tree, and then we can actually put the lid on the bucket to protect it from getting stuff inside of it. So March is the perfect time to tap maple trees for syrup because it gets to freezing temperatures at nighttime, but it gets warmer during the day, and this is what causes the sap to flow through the trees into your buckets. And if you listen quietly, you can already hear the sap flowing into these buckets. So it is the next morning, and we have about 2 gallons of sap in each bucket. So we're going to put it in our large pot and get it inside to get boiling. So these are our final maple products. So for one of them, we decided to make maple cream. And to do this, we whipped the maple syrup as it was cooling. And for the other jar, we just made good old-fashioned maple syrup. So we're definitely excited to keep refining our process and to make some more maple syrup as this month continues. So a couple videos ago, I talked about how I'm really excited to make a really nice vegetable garden this year. So we got all of our seeds a couple months ago, and what I've been working on over the last couple weeks has been making a schedule for when I need to plant what. I'll admit, in previous years when I've tried to have a garden grown from seed, I have not really read the instructions on the back of the seed packets, and I've basically started them all inside at the same time, and it hasn't really worked very well. So I've read all of the instructions on the various seeds that we have and what needs to be planted inside versus sown directly outdoors, and made a schedule for both our vegetables and the herbs and flowers. So we'll keep you posted on how it goes. So another difference of how we're approaching our vegetable gardens this year is that we're building raised beds for everything. So where I'm standing right now is where we're going to build our raised beds. So that's definitely going to be a project that we try to tackle in March. So keep your eyes peeled for a video showing our whole process of building our raised beds. One of my favorite things to use with sourdough discard is to make pizza crust. So I'm going to make some pizza crust so it can ferment for a couple hours and be ready for dinner tonight. So now that the dough has been mixing for a couple minutes, I'm just going to cover it and let it rise. Let it rise for about 3 hours. So the dough has been rising for 3 hours at this point, and it looks really good. So our next step is that we're going to stretch it and shape it into the shape of a pizza, add the toppings, and bake it. So that is a wrap on our March update of what we've been up to here on the mountain that we live in Vermont. We're really excited about the springtime that's coming. Even though we're supposed to get a couple inches of snow this weekend, we kind of expect that for this time of year. And we're honestly just so happy to be able to work on some yard projects again and just to be able to walk through the woods. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.